Here's our April 2026 reflection for use in councils and boards of schools who value or connect to the characteristics of the Uniting Church or who are just exploring them. So why this reflection? It's still fairly early in the year, yet agendas are filling and a board's pace begins to settle into something familiar. So this is probably the moment when habits of regular leadership begin to take hold, often without much notice. This occurs not only in what decisions are made, but in how those decisions come about. It's caught up in things like the speed of conversation, the space given to uncertainty, and the degree to which listening genuinely shapes what follows. Boards don't necessarily set out to close good spaces down deliberately. It tends to happen gradually. Looks like a preference for efficiency here, or a need for clarity there, so that over time some deeper sense of discernment may be lost. Even something as simple as a brief pause in this might make that visible again. So what's the story this month? Again, one that many United Church communities of faith are hearing in April. Amongst the text of the Gospel according to the community of John, chapter 20 specifically, is a confronting account of a risen Jesus appearing amongst his followers and saying, "Peace be with you." Shortly after, without explanation, he breathes on them. Though it's a slightly odd-sounding detail, it's small and possibly easy to move past. There's no immediate instruction, there's no plan communicated, and there's no sense yet of what they're to do. Just breath. While we, in our human reading, can rush past the text, it actually doesn't hurry to the next step. It lingers in that moment as if something about presence or shared presence comes first. Only later does direction emerge. Now, where else does this show up in other traditions? Well, in Jewish traditions, there's a long-standing practice sometimes described as disagreement for the sake of heaven. Oddness, complexity, or difference is not always something to resolve quickly. It can be held, explored, even valued on the assumption that something deeper may emerge through it. In Islamic practice, the concept of shura or consultation carries a similar intuition. Decision-making is not only about arriving at an outcome, but about the relational and ethical quality of the process itself. Wisdom is understood to be distributed, not held in one place alone. And across these traditions, there's a resistance to rushing, and a sense that clarity often emerges through attentive presence rather than immediate resolution. What might this mean for school boards? Of course, boards are often required to move things forward, but it may be worth noticing how quickly movement becomes the default and how easily presence is shortened or bypassed in the process. There's a difference between a conversation that lands quickly and one that takes a little longer but somehow holds more of the complexity and the diversity of the room within it. There are two of our 7 Uniting Church characteristics that resonate particularly here. Firstly, listening and collaborative decision making, not simply as a process step, but as a posture in which the listening genuinely shapes the direction taken. And embracing diversity of faiths, cultures and languages. A recognition that insight is rarely located in a single voice, and that difference is not an obstacle to decision making, but part of how deeper understanding is formed. Taken together, these characteristics suggest that strong governance is not only decisive, but enables a question to remain open long enough to be changed by what is heard. So here are a few questions to sit with, perhaps not for immediate answers, but to travel with us through the meeting. Firstly, where might we be moving too quickly to resolution? Secondly, what have we not heard in the information that's before us? Are there moments where allowing a little more space might lead to a different kind of clarity? And what might it look like for this board to let its conversations breathe?